guys, welcome back.
Hey guys,
I hope you guys are well.
Our podcast.
This is episode 3 of season 2. We hope you guys are well. We just finished filming an episode, but we're going to go again because we are trying to be punctual. We're trying to be orderly. Do you know what I mean? Because we're seeing into the future, like, you know, because we have exams coming up and all the things. Like, I think this is a very punctual and responsible thing that we're doing, guys. So well done on us. But yeah, I hope you guys are well. If we find you well when you're listening to this, this is another audio episode. And we thank you for tuning in, guys. We thank you guys for the support. We thank you guys for the kind words. Like, we literally just got off the phone with our friend Jen, and she was just, you know, giving us words of encouragement. If there's one thing about Jen, she knows how to encourage. Yeah, like, she knows how to encourage somebody. So, yeah, we thank you guys for all the encouragement and all the love that you guys have been giving us. But we are back for another episode. We are back for another time to speak on OurTime podcast. And yeah, that's me entering us in. Lou, how are you feeling, chicken? You all right?
Yeah, I'm feeling some kind of way, but that's not what we're gonna do.
Guys, we just, after finishing the first episode, we went to go get like a few snacks. We got some grapes on the table, meat pie. Leanda cooked meat pie yesterday, so we're eating meat pie.
I cooked meat pie.
Yeah, well, I made the dough.
People asking me to start making meat pie. I don't know how to make meat pie.
Well, I made the dough and she made the mince.
Yeah, I don't do.
That's how me. Okay. I know we talked about friendship the last episode, but I just want to say this, like, guys, and I feel like we mentioned this before, but like, me and Lou, yeah. Like, I don't know if people notice, or if you guys even notice, like, when you see us engage with each other, but like, when I was in the car driving, I don't know where I was going. I was in the car with my dad, and I was like, when I think about me and Lulu's relationship, I think about Jonathan and David. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name for a second. Jonathan and David. How in the Bible it talks about how like their souls were like connected. And, you know, a lot of people like to use that to justify other things, but it's just a testimony to the friendship and how, like, you know, best buds they were. Do you know what I mean? And like, it just reminds me. They remind me of us. Like, it gives me that, like, wow, like, God actually has purposes for friendships. Do you get what I mean? And like, I love my best friend, guys. Like, Leah, my friend. Like, when I say we're two, like, this friendship could only be from the Lord. Like, and it's, I just wish people understood how, like this is my, like, guys, I can't explain it. Like, I've never prayed for friends. Like I said this in last, I never prayed for friends, and I never like intentionally like, oh God, I want this friend, or God, like, give me friends and all these kind of things. Like, obviously I've prayed in the context of friends, but not particularly like, God, I want friends kind of thing. But when I say I hit the jackpot with Liu, the jackpot was hit with my sis.
Wow, imagine someone saying that they hit the jackpot.
I really did. Like, because when I think about our friendship, it's so different.
Let me tell you something about me and Chi.
Oh my gosh.
Me and Chi, like, our friendship is just different. Like, we're just, I can't even say that we're like sisters, because I call Chi my sister, right? But there's those friends who be like, oh, she's my sister. But like, even just as having that title as friend, like, Chi is such a good friend. Like, I can say Chi is my sister. Yes, anybody can say that. But Chi is the definition of a friend. Like, Chi, like, guys, I just can't. And the way that we're so in sync is crazy.
Bro, when I say one spirit, one body, like, it's crazy. Like, when I say our in syncness is so mad, like, when I say Lulu is the one who finishes my sentences, I finish Lulu's sentences. Like, she will take the thoughts out of my head and say them out. Like, it is so weird. Sometimes we're like, okay, chill. Like, we literally just had a moment in the kitchen and we're like, okay, chill. Like, literally chill. We're talking literally, right?
I mean, when you do that to your laptop, it makes me scared.
Really? It's not...
No, but Chichi, you, like, how many times have you done this? Like, we don't have time.
Yeah, we don't.
The
time is not there.
It's not there.
Okay. Like, when it come... What was it? Yeah, we're literally talking about, like, she was like, okay, how are we going to move forward with this episode and all that kind of things? And I was like, I don't know. Right now, I'm feeling, like... hope, like, that's kind of like what's ringing in my head right now. And then she's like, bro, that's the exact same thing I was gonna say. Like, those kind of moments we have, that is our life. Like, that is literally our thing. How long have we've been friends since 4th year? Like
we've been friends since we started high school, but
Yeah.
like we just became really close
close in fourth year.
in fourth year,
And it
Yeah.
just skyrocketed since then. But anyway, that's enough about our friendship and other things. And other things, I just wanted to give a shout out to my
That's not us
bestie.
bragging or anything.
It's
but-
not us bragging or anything.
Yeah,
It's just
nah.
kind of like, you know, I pray everybody's able to have like a thing. And you know, you saying that about me being a good friend is a very like, that's a sensitive topic for me. I don't know, like that's a very sensitive, because that is one thing that I try and take seriously, but of recent years, I feel like I slacked very bad on my friendships. Do you get what I mean?
On your friendships or on your friendship with me?
I've slacked on my friendship with you.
That was a very minor thing.
No.
But
that was
ever
not
since
minor,
then,
Miranda.
no, I'm not saying it was minor, but I'm saying it was a very. I don't want to downplay and say it was a little part of our friendship that just we fell off for a little bit.
Yeah.
No, but it happens.
Yeah,
Do you get what I mean?
yeah.
And for being friends, you and I don't go through as much as, and that would be the reason why I even say that, or even you would say that this relationship is from the Lord. That Chichi and I are just too in sync that for us to argue is very hard.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's actually like very like
Yeah.
even if you try and make us argue, I'm so sorry.
It's just, yeah.
It's hard, man.
But what you call it? Yeah, no, like friendships is something that I want to take very seriously. It's something that I try and take very seriously, but I also try and give myself grace. Like I'm only human, you know what I mean? But I've messed up in my friendships, and it's something that like, even those mess ups, like I've asked for forgiveness and all the things, and like I'm good with those people, but like even like sometimes I still, you know, get like, damn, like I actually did that to somebody. Do you know what I mean? Like, or I actually made somebody feel like this. And that's like the last thing I ever wanted to do to anyone. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. Friendships and all things, even though that would be nice. But you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean?
It's not very practical, right?
Yeah, not
because we don't really. It's not something that we'll say we've not studied, but like it's not scripture that we're very familiar with as of right now. So.
Yeah, and friendships and brothers keepers and things.
But
Anyway.
we will get on with the episode. Chiralu.
Oh my gosh, the government. Now everybody knows my government. Like, guys.
Everybody knows it.
No, everybody
Chichi's
knows.
name is Chiralu Cordelia.
Wrong.
Cordelia
Yeah.
Chiralu Siobhan Anya Kodo.
You forgot one name. You forgot one name, but that it's
Olajum.
Okay. Yeah. And they already, half the Nigerians now already know what their name-
Olajumoke.
Yeah,
is
don't
her
ask me why I have a Yoruba name. It's my auntie's name.
And don't ask her why she has an Irish name too.
I'm Irish and I'm Nigerian. I'm South
Are
African.
you? Are you Irish?
Anyway, moving on. So today, guys.
I'm Irish too, but I ain't got no Irish names.
Okay, Lisa.
that ain't Irish. David, why?
Okay, Lisa.
Why are you looking like that?
I'm not looking like anything. I'm just minding the audio.
Did you not know that was my name or something?
No,
Lisa
Do I
Gaba.
not
I was
look like
shocked
a
about
Lisa?
Siobhan, but then you said Lisa.
I don't know why I have an Irish name. I think my
Olin, when are we filming this actually? We're filming this on the 17th of March.
It's
It's
Paddy's
Paddy's
Day.
Day.
Oh my gosh, yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day, whatever that
Happy
means.
Patrick's Day, guys.
Yeah, man.
Guys, is this St. Patrick's Day pagan holiday?
I don't know. At this point, do we really know
What is pagan and what is not?
Except
At this
for
point,
Halloween, we'll put that one to the side. But
yeah, that one is obvious, but everything
Everything
else,
else,
I don't know.
I-
Valentine's Day, I had an issue with Valentine's Day this year. Christmas, even I had a bit of a tiff with that one too. A bit like I was like, Christmas, guys, really? I don't know. But then again,
Christmas, me, I love it, guys.
I know I love
don't
Christmas. I love the things, but then
Christmas.
I was thinking about it. Like it was brought to mind. I was like, Christmas though, like. Should we be celebrating it? Like for real? Like anyway, let's not even get to it because I don't
that's
want
not
to
the
be that
point.
person to now bring up things that I can't back because I really cannot back it. It was just a thought in my head and just
Maybe you guys should put your thoughts
Yeah.
in the comments.
right. So
I can't believe I'm such that YouTube. It was like, okay, guys, put your thoughts in the comments. Like,
oh,
anyways,
what did you
still
want
do
to
it though.
Yeah, I know people because obviously this episode's like audio, so people are like, where are the comments on Spotify? There's comments on Spotify. You can comment on the
Is
episode.
there?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even know.
See,
that.
I know.
Maybe you
that.
guys can try and figure that out because I really don't know. I didn't know.
No,
that
like so if you go on Spotify, right, and you watch the episode, if you like scroll down, like I think it's like after the description, it sees like comments, so you can actually comment Do you know what I mean? So we can still engage with people even when we're not on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? So there's no excuse. So if you're like, oh, I couldn't comment anything, you can comment.
You can comment.
You can
on
comment.
Spotify. And we'll find a way for you to comment on iTunes.
Exactly,
as
man.
soon as we have an account.
Exactly. Exactly.
As soon as we have an
iTunes
account.
coming soon.
iTunes coming soon.
I think anyway. What are we talking about today? What are we going into today? What are we starting off with today?
I think, Chichi, I know what we said the last episode, but I think the ball needs to roll off of you right now. For a second, I'm just going through a lot of stuff.
Okay. 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 So, because we wanted to talk about hope a bit today. Not even talk about hope, but okay, let me give you context. So basically, in the last episode, Lily was asking me like, "Oh, what did I learn this week?" And all the things, and then I touched on how like one thing that I had learned this week was hope. I haven't gone into it as much as I wanted to, but it was just something that I came to like realization of. Oh, sorry guys, Lily's face. Anyway, it's just something that I came to realization today that, or not today, this week, that like there's actually I started to understand what it meant to say there is a hope in Jesus on a very like minor level, because I feel like I could really go into a bit more, but yeah. So I was just thinking about how authority, identity, and all those kind of things in Christ, right? And I was just thinking about like what that means, and like just I feel like a lot of people are talking about it right now, and like one thing that stuck out to me was like considering that we are children of a living God, keyword living, meaning that he is alive, he is well, and he is here to be with us.
Can I just...
Yeah.
One time that came as a revelation to me.
That he's living.
That he's actually living.
I'm telling you, it's so minor, but it's
so crazy
that-
how you forget that.
right.
Because you can be like, you're the one true living God, but like,
One
are
true
you
living
deeping that he is not dead?
That he is. Every other God is an idol. Yeah. They cannot see.
They cannot hear. You are the one true living
God.
Yeah.
You are the
Living.
one true living God.
Highlight.
Yeah.
Is that an embassy song?
I don't think so.
Guys, I think you should, if you are someone who's trying to grow their faith, someone who doesn't know what their faith is, someone who's trying to find their purpose in life, someone who wants a deeper relationship with Christ, this is not here for promotion, but I genuinely think you should try and visit somewhere like Embassy or KAC. This is not promotion, but I want to go off of my own experience that, I'm sorry, Chichi,
No.
for cutting you off.
Take, please.
This is genuinely
testimony time.
like, I remember we're doing a video for Embassy for the Christmas dinner, and they were like, use one word to describe Embassy. Some people were saying fire, some people were saying presence, some people were saying powerful, like, and it genuinely is a place where you can find God. Like, I didn't go to Embassy for a long time, and I was so sad, and I was telling Gigi because I started working full time for a little bit, and my rotation was every second Saturday I was in, and it was the same Saturday I was working that Embassy was on, which is every second Saturday. And I was so upset. And then last week, Chichi was like, "Oh, Lulu, are you working on Saturday?" I was like, "No." She goes, "There's Embassy." I was like, "Yeah." And then I went to Embassy and I encountered God, and I was just so like, it was such a powerful session. Like, I loved it. Like, literally, I loved it.
What was the
And
takeaway from that session? I asked Catherine, but I didn't ask you.
the takeaway from that session.
What was so powerful about it?
First of all, obviously my encounter, which I'll keep it separate. But I think it was just the whole thing of how Daniel was talking about your heart, and how you're changed from inside. It's not from outside. And you like the thing of not forgetting where you come from. Like, I just, like, it was just such and even in terms of the fellowship after, like, it was just such a, like, I just loved it. Like, I just missed it. I missed Embassy so much. I'm
Yeah.
not even going to lie to you. Like, I haven't been there since last year.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I did come, but I just had to, this
Oh,
year,
yeah,
but I
you
had to
did.
keep leaving early because
Yeah.
of work. So I'd only be there for like the worship or
Yeah,
the
and then
prayer
the
and worship,
teaching.
and then I have to leave before
Yeah.
the teaching.
Yeah.
And I remember one time Peter was teaching and you guys were posting on the Instagram, and I was literally screen recording everything. Like, I have all Peter's videos on my
Oh my god.
on my thing. Like, oh guys, Embassy and KSC, I haven't actually been to their sessions, but they came to Maynooth once, the Maynooth Invasion, and I loved it. But yeah, I really, really, really would encourage you guys to visit one of those, because they're just yeah. Anyways, go on, Gigi. Sorry about that.
You're grand. No, I hear it. Guys, community is important. I think we should actually go into that. As well.
Yeah.
Community. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just touch on the hope thing though. What was I saying? Hope. Oh yes, like having that revelation. Like yes, like there is a living God, like a living God, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is here with us. Do you know what I mean? Via through the Holy Spirit, thanks to Jesus. Do you know what I mean? Like, and when I came to that revelation, I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, like everything that I'm going through, like every feeling of suffering or anything that I feel I'm like, when I have those thoughts, like not on a suicidal thing, but like I don't want to be here. Like I do not want to be here on this earth right now. Like I rather just not be here, type of thing. Yeah,
and it's not even it's generally. I used to think that like when we started this journey, I used to think like, yo, my friend is suicidal for real. Like I was proper worried, but then yeah, like honestly, like not like worried like you're gonna take your life. No, I wasn't worried that you would do that, but I was worried in the sense of like, how would that affect you on your everyday life? Like you used to always say that, and I was like, whoa, like is my friend okay? But then I realized, and I was like, I don't want to be here either. And that's one of the sufferings that I was talking about, that is written about in John 16, that like we don't go through suffering. I actually have it written down here. It's not just that we go through suffering in our everyday life, but we go through suffering as Christians because we are here on earth where there's so much evil. Yes. And the things that we have to go through just because we're in love with Christ, that's one of the sufferings. And when you hear a Christian say, oh, I can't wait for Christ to come back, like I just don't want to be here, it's not on a suicidal thing. Nah. It's just, we know the struggle, the spiritual warfare, the thing of having to try and preach the gospel to people who don't want to hear it. It's a very hard thing to do, especially when people don't see what we see, you know? Yeah. A lot of the times I pray and say, God, let them see you the way I see you and even more, you know? Because if I can't express it, the only one who can reveal it to them is you. Yeah, wow. And it's just, bro, like being here, it's not on a suicidal thing or that I want to leave this earth anytime soon. I want to have a very long, healthy life, you know. But yeah, it's just, yeah, bro. Yeah, like it's that thing of like, even though I don't want to, do you know what I mean, sometimes I have those things, I'm like, oh, I just can't with this right now. Like I just, you know, you're in your like, woe is me kind of vibes. Like you're like, what's that expression? The girl who cried wolf, or the whatever cried wolf. You know, you just have those moments like, oh, I don't want to be here, God. Like you're like a child, you know what I mean? Every time I have those moments, there was a verse, and guys, I literally cannot remember it. But it goes along the line. Oh, sorry, I'm not tapping the mic. There's a verse. I don't know if it's a verse or if it was somebody who's. Oh, this is annoying. But it was like basically saying like, I don't think this is a verse. Anyway, let me just say what I was gonna say. But like, even though you have that thing of like, oh, you don't want to be here and all these kind of things and all sufferings, you have an understanding that there's work that needs to be done here on earth. Do you get what I mean? Like, although I'm not very fond of wanting to be here, do you know what I mean? Or you have those moments where like, oh, I don't, you know, there's work that needs to be done here on earth. Do you get what I mean? Like, Jesus is coming back for his church. Do you know what I mean? And there is way more people that he wants to be included in that church that are not in that church. Do you get what I mean? Like, there's way more, like, the work is plenty, laborers are few, type of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's work that needs to be done. Do you know what I mean? And forget that though. Even though I feel like I don't want to go through the suffering
here on earth, with the suffering that's here on earth, there's something at the end. Do you get what I mean? Like there's a hope at the end. This is where the hope comes in. It's like, oh, so like it's not in vain.
Yeah.
Like there's actually something to look forward to after this. Oh, like
There's something to look forward to after this.
there's something
That's
to
what
look
it is.
forward to
Yeah.
after this. There's a scripture in James that says, James 1:4 NIV, let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. That's not even the version that I wanted. Hold on. There was one that I like. Let endurance have its perfect result and do a thorough work so that you may be perfect and completely developed in your faith, lacking in nothing. Like it's that thing of like, I don't know if I'm explaining this properly. I'm not explaining it properly. Guys, hopefully you guys get what I mean. I'm having a brain fart right now.
It's
I don't
okay,
know how I'm
babes.
explaining this. But yeah, guys, have hope in it.
I'm actually genuinely curious what your guys' favorite version of the Bible is. I started reading NIV because that's the Bible that I got. That's my main go-to. But I love NLT. And I realized that one of the embassy leaders loves using that version. And then that's when I realized that the versions, like, they're not different, but
They have different.
they bring different like revelations.
Yeah.
That if you read it in one version, then you read it in the other version, then you'll get your revelation. Like, yeah. So I'm just curious to find David. What do you read?
Me, I like New King James.
I like New King James as well. I've been really liking
that was
New
the
King James.
Bible. Well, I just found it. I think it was my mum's old Bible, and that's literally what I use. You know, if I'm reading it, like, nothing against NIV or Passion, but that's just the one I like.
That
Do you know
you
what I
like,
mean?
yeah.
I like NKJV.
Yeah.
NKJV as well.
Yeah.
I was an NIV babe for a very long time, but now I'm an NKJV babe.
Yeah.
I love NKJV.
I'm trying to.
I like it
into
because
my NKJV
my goal is to get like fully KJV.
Yeah.
Like, fully KJV.
that one is hard.
I tried it the other day. I was like, okay.
Let me go back.
Yeah, I was using Google Translate a lot.
Yeah.
No, but I'm sorry. I want to just try and explain my hope thing because I was just thinking about it. Let me just try and say it in simple terms. My point, guys, is sorry, I was getting very confused. But my point is that even though sometimes like I have these things like I don't want to suffer, I don't want to do all of these things, I try and remind myself that there is work that needs to be done here. Do you get what I mean? That there's work that needs to be done here. And God has a purpose for everything that he does. So me being here isn't in vain. And whatever that is going to produce, it must be produced to give God glory. And I don't want to be one to take away any of God's glory. And if it means me having to suffer here on earth, if it means me having to endure, if it means me having to persevere, it shall be done.
Yeah.
If it means giving God the glory. And don't be wrong, I don't have this mindset all the time. Trust and believe.
Oh, no.
Trust and
And
believe.
it's understandable. That's how we are as humans. We
Yeah.
don't want to have to go through things that are going to make us uncomfortable, that are going to make us have to break, like, to come out of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
But when you remember
Yeah.
the reason why you're doing it,
Yeah.
a lot of the time I'm that person like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah,
I don't
oh,
wanna-
stop.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But then I'll sit down with myself and be like, why are you doing this? And you're like, do you not want to do God's work?
Yeah.
I'm like, I do want to do God's work because
Yeah.
that's the reason why I'm even
Here,
here
in the first place.
So I
Right.
might as well.
Right.
You do not want to get up there and big man is showing you
Showing you
what you were supposed to be doing
and
where
what you are.
Like,
Yikes.
thank God you got in.
Yeah.
but
Thank God you got in, but
by His
right.
mercy.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
And I don't want to be that one where he's like, yo, I
Yeah.
had a lot more tasks for you, but
But
you just
yes.
couldn't get through. But it's all right.
It's
You're
all right.
here
I love you anyway.
like-
Nah, I don't want that one,
Nah,
bro.
yo.
I don't want that one. I don't want
Although
that
I'll prefer it
Yeah.
to the other side.
Yeah.
But, you know.
one. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just remembering the reason why you're even here in the first place, and that do you really want to please, like, not please God, that God is pleased with you. Yes, he is. Definitely 100% he's pleased with you. It's just, do you want to do what he truly had for you? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It's like, I feel like being selfish, because I do think it is a bit selfish to unconsciously, you know, selfishly think that like your life is just meant for you and you alone, and it's just meant for you to go by your life to do like whatever you feel like you need to do and whatever you want to do, and not, you know, do what the Lord has called you to do, especially if you know it. I feel like there's a level of like ignorance where you actually don't know, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do and all that kind of things. But like if you know you are meant to do something and you are not doing it, like it's still, I like I would consider it like it's not good. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not good, and it doesn't just affect you, but it affects. Sorry guys. Yeah. What was I saying? You guys made me forget now. What was I saying?
You're talking about your purpose in life, and it's not that you're unconsciously it's
like
the unconscious selfishness.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Forgetting that like there are people who need to encounter Jesus that haven't yet. Like when I think about
that's the one.
When guys, like I was there would be moments where I think about like the most randomest of people, like, and I'm like, oh, like you don't know that you don't have to do the things that you're doing.
Yeah.
You genuinely do not know. Do you know what I mean? And here am I wallowing in my thing. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. But there's people like you who genuinely do not know that you haven't even met the love of your life yet. You don't even know that you can be relieved of everything that you're going through. You don't even know that there is a hope. And I realize that a lot of us, I feel like a lot of our suffering comes from the lack of understanding that there is a hope.
Yeah.
A lot of suffering, I feel like, is rooted in not knowing whether there's a hope or not. Yeah. Like when I realized, I'm like, oh, like I don't have to be like this. It's that thing of like I don't have to.
It's that
like,
thing of
I don't have to be like
he's
this.
Defeated it.
He's
already.
defeated it already. Like I don't have to sit in this. I don't have to be like this. I don't have to. Do you know? Like I don't have to. Like it's that thing. I don't have to, because a lot of us live in survival mode. A lot of us live in this thing like I have to do this. I have to do this to make money. I have to like give my body to make money. I have to do illegal stuff to make money. I have to think, but you actually don't have to.
And it's the money, guys. Like
you actually
money is
don't have to.
Is a big thing.
Because
I feel like, especially in our generation, I'm not saying aim high, aim big, be the first one to buy a house in your family and catch it. Yeah, you will be the first one to buy a house in your family, but it's not even that. You should feel like you have to sacrifice it all, and that you have to get on your hands and knees and scrub the floor with your toothbrush just to do that. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's that thing when it comes to money. Like, yeah, you want to achieve stuff, but when it comes to like, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people. Like, especially in these past few months where I've been working so much because I wanted to achieve so many things. But then it's like, I don't even know if God wants me to be here in this moment, because there's so many things that I don't even consult with God before I do them. And it's because of money. Like, I'm thinking the money is going to get me the house. Like, the money is going to make sure I'm sitting up. The money is the one that's going to make sure I have petrol for my car. The money is the one that's going to make sure I have groceries in my fridge. But genuinely, that's not it. I'm not saying don't be lazy and not work. But I'm just saying, like, it's not all about that at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to feel like you have to do things outside of your, I don't know.
Out of?
Like.
Out of your means? Out of your capabilities? Out of your own strength?
Yeah.
Out of your own strength
to get by.
Yeah.
In survival mode, basically what Chichi said.
Yeah. And once again, I feel like survival mode is out of the lack of hope that you have.
Exactly.
Like it's when you think about it, when you break it down, it literally comes down to the fact that you don't know whether you can get out of, like, there's a lack of hope there. Like, I don't have any hope that anybody else is going to get me out of this situation besides myself. But I'm here to tell you that there is. And it's very easy for me to say, oh, Jesus is your hope and da-da-da, whatever. And, like, I'm pretty sure we can get into a way deeper, which we're not going to get into it right now, but, like, on how, like, the crooks and crannies and, you know, scripture and all these kind of things or whatever, but that you would have to really seek for yourself right now. But my thing that I just want to say personally is I have understood now that, like, I don't have to be like this. That's my thing right now. Like, I can't stop saying it. Like, I do not have to be where I am right now. Like, in terms of like suffering, in terms of feeling the way that I feel, in terms of, you know, thinking that I can't achieve what I want to achieve. You don't have to stay in that mindset, feeling like you have to stay in a box. Like, I don't think people understand how mentally frustrating it is when you have so much in your mind that you are boxed in, that you feel like you cannot get out. Do you get what I mean? But you do not have to stay in that state, because there is a hope that he has defeated it all. And there is a hope that even when you go through what you are going through, because he has defeated it all, you are able to go through it. He's doing a perfect work in you. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's building you for something. Do you get what I mean? Exactly. That thing that you want to achieve is probably why you're even going through the things that you think. Because he just wants you to know that there is a hope, and that thing that you're going through, he wants you to persevere, to endure, so he can actually give you that one thing that you're so stressed about that you don't even know. I don't know if I'm making sense, guys. I pray I am. I genuinely do. My words are really not coming out the way I want them to, but yeah, that's what I want to say about hope and all the things. And yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to add.
Not in terms of hope. Not for right now, anyways, or this episode, anyways.
That's fair. We wanted to say something about community.
Yeah, I would say more so on the... Okay, not say community, because I was going to say fellowship, but yeah, community. Yeah. Do you guys have any... Like, how does community play a part in your life and your journey with Christ?
Personally, I feel like community is something that I struggle with. And fellowship. Community slash fellowship, I'll say. Is something that I struggle with a lot on my walk with the Lord. I'm someone who is, and I think is rooted in pride. 100%. I actually think it's rooted in pride. I say this all the time, that you'd be surprised how much things are rooted in pride, but we're not going to get into that. But I feel like at times there's that thing of like, I think it's rooted in pride and insecurity. Like, community, I struggle with it because sometimes I don't know how to be with people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, fellowship is very intimidating to me. Like, community is very intimidating to me. Now, this is not something that has just appeared. Like, if you ask my parents, like, they'll say it. Like, every time we're going to the park, you have two different sisters, me and my little sister. My mom will take us to the park. You have the one who is on my mom's arm, like, I'm not getting anywhere. I will not play. I will just sit beside my mom. Ashling is the one who will go and play and make friends. Ashling is a very sociable person. People say that I'm a very extrovert. I'm a very sociable person. Like, if you only knew, I only do that conscious, like, it's a conscious decision that I have to make. It's not something that I do with comfortability. Do you get what I mean? Like, I actually am very uncomfortable having to make conversation with people. Do you get what I mean? If it was up to me, I would rather sit by myself, like, in a corner. And I'm actually so happy to do that. I'm genuinely so happy to just sit in the corner by myself. Oh my goodness, it makes me so happy.
I think a lot of people will think that, well, I don't know about me, what y'all would think, but I think me and Chi look like we're very, like, sociable people. Like, when we're with people, we can talk to them and have so much fun and wada, right? But inside, it's actually crumbling me. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, when I tell Chi that I've met someone for the first time, the questions I will ask are mad. Like, they're actually mad, because Chi is good at consciously making that decision to be social and try and actually communicate with people. When I do that, it is terrible. Like, I don't know how to interact with people properly. It's actually so bad. Like, it's very bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just not very, like, sociable people. Like, I'm like Chi as well. I would rather, not that, well, Chi is saying she'll be happy to, but I'm not very comfortable to sit on my own and just be like don't try and communicate with me, because then it's going to be awkward. I'm not that girl. I would love for you to try and communicate with me.
Oh, yeah, no, I love that. I actually do love that.
Yeah, I would love for, but, like, I wouldn't want it to go to the point where it starts getting awkward. Like, that's when I'll be like, okay, I'll see you later. Like, even if the conversation is midway, I'll be like, guy, this is getting too awkward for me, man. I can't get over it.
Yeah. It's definitely something that I think has hindered me in, dare I say, my walk with Christ, just in general, because I've now coming to understand that, like, community is so important.
Yeah, like, especially being okay, not saying especially being with Christ, because everybody needs people, but
Everyone.
you know, in terms of fellowship, in terms of encountering God, like God uses people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like and it's funny because I'll have friends who are similar to me and I'm like, no, you have to be, you know what I mean? You have to get into community. You have to da da da. Like, and it's kind of hypocritical because I'm like, me myself, like, there's like, I'm the type of like, I'm the girl that will go to a session and I'm leaving 2 minutes in, like, or 2 minutes before, 2 minutes after it ends. Like, I'm gone. Like, I can't be in this environment. Like, the people, like, and I don't know what it is. Like, I've been really trying to dissect it, like, over the past few months, and I feel like I have, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even sure how to come out of it 100% because I'm still struggling with it. Like, it's so hard for me to just be able to be comfortable in the presence of other people, specifically Christians, like in Christian communities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's a level of insecurity, maybe me not feeling like I belong in those kind of spaces, or feeling like if I say something, I'm too, like, I'm not deep enough, or I'm not,
you're
like,
too mature.
I'm too immature. Oh my goodness, that one gets me. Like, or I'm too immature to say what I want to say. Do you get what I mean?
I used to feel like that.
Yeah. Not
You
anymore.
need to get out of that.
It's so bad.
Because, and as much as you think, oh, this one, like, we can look at David now and be like, David's a PK, right? David knows so much about the Bible. He reads his Bible every day and night and in the evening. They say a prayer every morning and every night as a family. And he goes on and prays 3 times a day. And he has such a strong relationship with the Lord that if he asks the Lord, what color should I buy my shoes right now, he'll tell him.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we can think David is that deep, but genuinely, we don't know.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
It's true.
Same as no one knows how deep you are in your relationship with God.
Yeah.
And everyone is literally just walking. Some people are going faster, some people are going slower, but everyone is still going. You know what I mean? So, like, you can never be afraid of that. I think that just is rooted in being scared of being judged. The fact that you're here and you don't know that.
Yeah.
I had to get over that thing real quick.
Yeah.
If I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Couldn't help you. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely don't know. So it's just something that you just have to.
And I want to also say, like, it's definitely something that you have to make a conscious decision of. You genuinely have to make a conscious decision of, oh, okay, like, that's why I joined. That's partial reason why I joined the MC team. Like, I'm like, I need to actually get out of this. Like, I can, and that was like my first.
And I'm very proud of you for doing
and you
that.
know how
that one you were holding. You were like,
one,
oh, Peter texted me. He was like, do I want to join the media team? And I just don't know. And I was like, I don't think this girl's gonna join the media team. She's going strong. I said, wow.
Bruh, like,
I'm with Chichi, your team.
Like, I did not want to join any team. Like, like, initially I was like, nah, I'm not joining. I'm so sorry. But when I say the Lord was convicting me, I was like, bruh. Like, but it's also good because at the same time, like, I know that I'm not there for anybody else but the Lord. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm serving for the Lord. Do you get what I mean? Like, anything that I do for that ministry is for the Lord. Point blank period. Like, there's nothing else. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, I do try and make conscious effort, but it is very hard, and it's something that, like, it genuinely feels like a chain that needs to be broken. Literally, like, when they say break the chains, that is one chain that, like, it needs to be broken. Like, that chain genuinely needs to be broken. Do you know what I mean? And it's so funny because when people talk about me, like, I have one friend who's like, you're such an extrovert. You're so social. I'm like, if you only knew that I want to go cry in my room right now.
That
like,
I'm like, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Even me as your friend, I thought you were a sociable person until I really saw, and I was like, yeah, my friend is struggling.
One of my friends was like, oh yeah, like, I know you have so many friend groups. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you're like, oh yeah, you go to KC, or you go to this place. You go, like, what do you mean?
She's like, got that many friends though.
I really, like, I'm not like integrated like that. Like, I'm not like, not that I'm not integrated, but like, I'm not like there, like, you know, like, show me, see, I'm not like, no, I'm still very
it's
much
just you and your 2 friends.
She
doesn't actually have 2 friends, but you know.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, guys, you know, the chain shall be broken. Pray for me, please. Guys, it's tough in these streets. It is.
David,
tough.
how does community play a part in your journey?
Oh, kind of like you guys as well. Like,
really?
Yeah, like, I feel like what's the word?
Actually,
I'm everted. It's like I'm kind of, obviously, I feel like when I'm comfortable around people, I'm like, oh, okay. Hey,
Yeah.
but then like when I'm like by myself, I'm like, or like in a setting where like I don't really know anyone, I'd be like just to myself, you know. I feel like what Chichi said, like her joining the embassy team, it kind of kickstarts you into being like, okay, I have to make a conscious effort and be like, you know, sociable. And people be like, oh my gosh, you're so sociable. And then you're like, if only you knew what I'm like. If only you knew what I'm like. I feel like with obviously walk with Christ as well. Like, I feel like there's this one friend I have, right? I've already gone close with him, like maybe in the past few months. I would say like a bit into the end of last year, and like I know, like you know, we've had conversations, you know, about obviously the Lord and that, and you know, I'm just kind of in my head, I'm kind of trying to dictate how I'm gonna navigate it into be like, yo, when they're like, because I feel like, you know, we share a common interest, but I feel like I'm still kind of navigating how I'm gonna like, you know, being a light, you know, and not being like, oh, you should do this, but then you see me doing another thing. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be what's essentially not be hypocritical. Exactly, not being hypocritical in the sense that like, you know, I'm doing one thing and then he's looking at me like, bro, I thought you said you're Christian and you're doing this. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a matter of, you know, that. But that's trying to navigate it, you know.
Yeah.
But you know.
I hear what you're saying. Guys,
So we're all kind of going through the same thing.
you'd be surprised.
Guys, you need to know, just as like just as a community, like you need to I'll speak for the Christians. Don't come into a group of believers and think that anyone is judging you or anything like that. Like, we are literally all on the same journey. And even for people who have not even started reading the Bible yet, just like being able to communicate with us and stuff, because then that's a way that the Lord can speak to you as well, is that even when you're going through something and you're still struggling to read scriptures, you speak to people in your community, you talk to people who you want to try and make friends and stuff like that. Just communicate it. And look at me, it's me who's saying this, and I struggle with being social. Like, it's hard, but just so you know that it's not something that you should be scared to do. Like,
Another
just try and
aspect.
come out of that bubble.
Another aspect of community that I think a lot of people may struggle with as well, that I personally struggle with so much, and it's like a very bad thing, is being able to ask for help.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, have mercy on my soul.
Yeah.
Because, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, for me to ask help, and it's so bad, and I try. Oh, I sound like a brat. Like it's such a... Like, when I say, I feel like pieces of my heart are being taken out. Like, it physically is uncomfortable. Like, physically asking for help. And I feel like there's a lot of people struggle with this.
Oh, yeah, no,
But
for sure.
in a place where you know that you can ask for help. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a different level of, like struggle there, because it's like, I know I'm able to ask for help. Why is it so hard for me to ask for help? Do you get what I mean? Like, it's different where you're like just in amongst, like, you're in a workplace, or no, you're not in a workplace, but you know, like, just in general, like, just like, I don't want to ask that person for help. Like, I can't ask them for help. I don't think they'll help me. But if you know that you're in a house, you know what I mean, you're in a church where, you know, like, they're always, you know, emphasizing, guys, if you need financial help, if you need this help, if you need like food or whatever the case may be, come and ask us. And you don't ask them. Like, there's that level of even convictions, like, Chichi, like, why don't you go and ask? Do you get what I mean? Like, you're able to go seek help. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I am trying to be better at that. How am I trying to be better at that? Maybe I'm not trying to be better at that. I cannot think how I'm trying to be better at that.
I think you haven't had...
conscious...
I won't say you haven't had a proper chance, but maybe you just haven't had a proper chance.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Like, it hasn't necessarily been something that you've deeply struggled with, where you're like, nah, I need to.
Well, no, I feel like I think over the past 2 weeks I could have asked for help for certain things that I haven't asked for help. Yeah, to be fair, that I just but I think only because I felt like at times I feel like I'm like, I know what to do. That's another problem of mine. I feel like I know what to do. Like, I just have to read my Bible. Like, I know what to do. I just need to pray. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know what to do. So why am I bothering to ask for help? Like, if I know what they're going to tell me is the same thing that I know.
But you're already struggling with that, I know what to do, I just need to read my Bible. If you're already struggling with, I know what to do, let me read my Bible, why don't you just go ask for help? ask someone and they can tell you.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's like we kind of live in a world where it's like it's like you don't want to ask someone for help in a way because it's like it's a bit uncomfortable because it's like you're going to the person and you're like, oh, I need help for this, but then you have to realize you have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations to make yourself comfortable.
Exactly.
Like what you said like a
That's
few
so
episodes
fair.
ago. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's just a matter of once you take that step and once like in your head you're like, listen, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Like it's even in like lectures, like, you know, when like a teacher's like, there's no such thing as a silly question.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, the question that you're asking, someone else is probably thinking as well, but they don't want to say it.
Exactly.
So it's just a matter of, you know, putting yourself in uncomfortable positions.
Yeah.
Guys,
Definitely.
uncomfortability. We're already talking about this a lot, guys. Get yourself uncomfortable. Basically,
Get yourself.
the past
Let me
3
tell you
episodes,
something.
get yourself uncomfortable this year.
That is going to
be-
be the way. Like that's what's
it's
going
true.
to actually carry you through a lot of things. You being comfortable is I'm telling you now is what's holding you back.
Yeah.
That's what holds me back sometimes.
Tell you that for free.
Tell you for free now.
Tell you for free.
I just wanted to quickly touch on the church. I mentioned in the last episode that some people don't realize that the church is not the building, it's the people that make the church.
Yeah.
Right? There is some people that say, I don't need to go to church. And I was this person. I'm not coming to judge anybody. I was this person. My mom used to push me to go to church. I used to even get in trouble for not going to church. But I'm like, I was that sassy kid. That's another thing that stresses me about having a girl child because I just know how cheeky they're going to be if they come out like me. But anyways, like, it's just that thing of being like, oh, I don't need to go to church because I have my own relationship with God. And I'm not forcing anybody to go to church, but I need you to understand something, right? The church is, you know that the church is, maybe you guys can explain this better. The bridegroom, right? When you are, thank you, David. When you are in a church, you are in a community of people who are going to help you with your walk with Christ. Not only with that, but life in general. You know, when you come to church every week, it's that chance for you to encounter God in a different way, where you're full in a building full of people who follow Christ and who are going through more time, some of the same things as you. Spiritual warfare, financial difficulties, housing difficulties. Maybe you have issues with your kids or your family or whatever the problem, the thing may be. You need to join a church in order for you to be able to change your life for the better and just to be able to also impact the lives of other people. You don't know what you're carrying or what the Lord will give you. And you go to church and you speak to someone and you literally change their life. Like you literally change the way they're feeling about a certain situation, or you give them comfort, or you give them peace. Like it's not about you going to church to read a scripture. The church is not for you to come and read the Bible. That's not what church is for.
Yeah.
When you're at home and you have your secret place and your intimate time with God, that's where you are there to have revelation from the word, right? But you're not in church to read the word and go on about your day. No, church is really about the community. It's about bettering your community. It's about spreading the gospel. It's about helping the people within and outside of the house learn how to give them peace and comfort.
Yeah.
It's not like, and not to say in a bad way, maybe Chichi can soften this a little bit for you because I'm going to be very straightforward right now. Church is not about you. It's not about you coming here and being like, oh, I'm coming to church just to hear the scripture and then I'll leave. No, church is not
Or just
about
to say that you went to church.
that you went to church. No, church is not about you. It's about your community. It's honestly about your community. I don't understand when people say, I don't need to go to church after I've explained it to them, because I really was that person once, but it's because I didn't understand what church really was for until I came to our church.
Yeah.
That's when I started to realize that, wow, coming to church isn't about that. It's about the people that I'm surrounded with.
Yeah.
I literally feel like I have a family here because being able to express and ask and give and you know what I mean? Like comfort, everything. Like church isn't about, so I hope you guys heard me. Like it's not.
No, you
it's
said
not,
that so perfectly.
Yeah, it's not, yeah. Church is important, guys. I'll just say
Church
that.
is-
And church is not a building. For the last time, you make the church.
Yeah.
It's not, I am going to church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm
You're-
going to meet the church.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, doesn't really have any personal purposes.
No. No, you said that perfectly. Guys, listen to Lou. She really did say it properly. Like, you do need church. It's like you need community, guys. Let that be the last thing we say. Like, you need community, you need people, you need help, you need people. You cannot do this by yourself. Whether you're listening to this and you're a believer or you're not a believer, you're Muslim, Hindu, atheist, scientist, a doctor, or a psychiatrist, whatever you are, like, you need people. Like, God did not make you to be alone. He genuinely didn't.
That's one thing we forget.
He did not make you to be alone.
He did not make you to isolate yourself.
It's the
He
isolation.
did not make you
That
to
is a
think that you
trap
can do
and
things
a
on your
lie
own.
from the enemy. Isolation.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong.
There
God,
is
God
seasons.
There are seasons, definitely seasons, where God will take you into a moment of time of isolation. But trust and believe, it will never be away from the church.
No.
Like, it will never be away from people who He
no.
knows will help you grow in whatever it is, or whatever the case may be. Like, you have your own, you'll know type of thing. But isolation in the sense where you are isolating yourself from just community in general. Like, I can't imagine, like, I know, sure, look, I don't have scripture to back it right now, but I can't imagine God telling anybody, I'm taking you away. Like, I want you to isolate yourself completely from every human being and this. Now, maybe He would. Do you know what I mean? Like, if that's what God's telling you, don't let me be the person to say that. That's not what God's telling you. Do not let me be the person. Trust and believe. I don't know. But, like, when I think about God and how much He hampers on community in the Bible, and how much, like, when I think of the Acts 2 church and the model of that, do you know what I mean? How they're like the brotherhood in this, like, like, I don't know what to say, like, how, I don't even know what word to use, like, the people, like, guys, we need to be together. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't know. I just have I can just see, like, just, I don't know, guys. I don't know how to put it in English, but yeah, Lulu basically said, let me not ruin what you were saying, but.
Do you have anything to say, David?
No, not really. I feel like you kind of summed it up. You know,
Yeah.
it's like emphasizing that the building, it's not the church. Us people make up the church, right?
Yeah.
So we could go outside and have a service. We're still the church.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's not about the location. It's like, it doesn't matter where the building is, as long as the people are there. That's what the church is. And I feel like, you know, because it's very hard not to go to church, because it's like, oh, you know, there's online options and all of that. But, like, I feel like when you are surrounded by, you know, like-minded people that, you know, you all worship God, and you feel the presence of God, that's something that you can't really, I'm not saying you can't feel online, but it's just when you're there with people, you experience it, like, more in a sense, if that makes sense. Like, not saying that, like, obviously the reason online is there, like, obviously for people that work on the weekends, you know, if you're feeling ill or whatever, but you shouldn't use it as an excuse. Like, if you have the capability of going to church and you're just like, oh, I'll just go online, that's not really good. You know what I mean? Because it's not like you're sick, you're working, anything. You can go. It's just that you're choosing not to.
Yeah.
And that's not really a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, when you have the capability of going to church, you should go to church.
Yeah.
Be surrounded by like-minded people, because online it's like, okay, you could have a question. You know, I want to ask someone, a question. Oh, I'm feeling so and so. But if you don't go to church, who's gonna answer that for you? Because you can go online, but, like, if you don't know that someone there could be experiencing the exact same thing, or have gone through the same thing that you went through, and they could help you how to go through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's also the power of presence. It's not.
Wow.
It's not even about the fact that you were at church, but even sometimes I'll come to church, right, and I won't find David's mom there, and I'll be like, where is Auntie? I know David's here. Love you and Pastor Over. Like, I love you guys. But, like, Auntie Retty is just someone I found so much comfort in, that I know that even if I just want to cry, or if I just need her to pray for me, she's there. You know, just the power of presence. And I don't know what my presence does for anybody else in church, but the fact that I come to church, I know I'm doing something. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. We hope. Oh, sorry. Guys, I'm
What's the time? Chichi's really ready to like cut
we're at like 55 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You wanna go?
Okay. No. Yeah, no.
Are you
fine.
sure?
Yeah, no. It's fine.
Look at your notebook.
alright,
Look at your notebook because I might have something. That's just because this thing is empty now.
No, it's okay. No, I think we're done.
Yeah.
We're done for today.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for listening, for engaging. We really, really appreciate everything that you guys contribute to Our Time podcast. We are very grateful for all the encouragement. We're grateful for all the likes and comments and all the things. We're very, very grateful. Thank you so much for engaging and all the things. And yeah, we love you guys so much. And let us know. Like, I don't know if we're going to do this every podcast, but I'm actually, when I ask these questions, I'm actually being genuinely curious. Do you guys struggle what's your thing about community? Do you struggle with community? You're like, nah, I'm okay with community, or is community something that you struggle with? And how do you think the church would be able to better the aspect of community and fellowship in that kind of aspect? Like, do you know what I mean? Let us know. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say, like genuinely curious. So yeah.
Yeah. You guys, I think you should I'm glad we got to have this conversation, especially the part about the church. Like, I genuinely think that, like, the church, it does really change your journey and how you look at things, and how, if you need help, like, everybody needs help at the end of the day. So I hope you guys just heard the message about hope, about community. Yeah, and if you guys can just engage, like, that's all. And then we'll just try as quick as possible to respond to anybody who might have questions or may need advice or whatever the case may be. Look, like, none of us are the best at what we're saying. Is just us trying to, I guess, show you guys that we've also gone through the same thing, and that if you have anything that you're going through, that if you want to confide in one of us, you can. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys again on the next episode. Bye.